Yo, real quick, you guys, before we get the Graphk and Waste the show going, just want to say real fast, man, moment of silence for everybody that was involved in the Kansas City shooting, man. Real quick, you guys, I seen some people lost their lives. Some people are actually fighting for their lives. It sucks, man. Straight nonsense. Should be celebrating the Super Bowl win, and this crazy shit interferes, man. So real fast, man, moment of silence for everybody involved in the Kansas City shooting. Salute. Let's get it rolling, y'all. Yo, welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Wasted show.
Or the Waste of the Graphk show, however you would like to slice it, man. You know what, real quick, man. So I read the reports, right? We gave our moment of silence for the people of Kansas City. And I just want to say this real quick. You know, sometimes we as people in this country, we feel that we're insulated from the problems of the world. You know, a lot of things have not really happened to us the same way it happens in other countries. You know, there's a lot of people who, when they walk out their house, things just go crazy, right?
Yeah.
And you know, we're getting into an era where, you know, art is imitating life. This is something that you would have thought would have happened in the movie, man. And I just want everybody to realize something, man. Say, you know, keep your family close to you, man, and really, 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 you know what I mean, love your life and cherish your life, because those people that went to that parade went to have fun, man, and they had it ruined by some people who have evil in them.
In a blink of an eye.
In a blink of an eye, man. And that's the reason why mediums like this are really, really important, man, because it's cool, man, that we get to come here and have a good time, and y'all get to come and have a good time. We're doing something that we love, man, but it's not missed on me that the problems of the world are starting to spill into sport. Yeah. And that's the place where it should never be, man. And I hope, man, that this is the last time something crazy like this happens.
I do too. Hey, real quick, my apologies, brother. I mean to step on your toes. Some things are bigger than football, man. I see a lot of ignorant comments on Instagram and Twitter and all through social media. Look, man, there were children involved, innocent bystanders involved. Come on, y'all. Some of y'all got to be better, man. Like, real talk. Like, this is way bigger than football, dude. Like point blank.
And that's the reason why I'm saying this, because when I was sitting backstage, I was looking, you know, at people saying, you know, screw Kansas City. Football rivalries are what they are. Yeah. Right. We don't like the Chiefs, but I don't want anything to happen to any fans or any players or anybody to lose their life over a game. This is a game, y'all. And don't ever forget that this is a game. It's a game we love. It is a serious game, but it's a game nonetheless, man. And one thing that's not a game is life and death.
Yeah, ain't no coming back from it, man. Bro,
we want to make sure that we give our condolences. I want to make sure that we really realize this moment right here. I don't want to comment on what happened or how it happened.
I'm not going to do it either.
I want to give my condolences. I know Graphk does as well. You know what I mean? Because this is devastating to me that fans that are celebrating something that was a joyous occasion have to get touched by evil. Yeah. And that's all I really wanted to say about it. And guys, going forward, we will figure out a way to give back to the fans and the people who are affected by this. We have to let it all play out, because you really don't know if what you're doing is just happening in a vacuum. And I want to make sure that whatever we do here, you know, at Shieldmore is impactful and it goes to the right people.
Once everything is done, I think we're going to come together and do some type of show and try and help out, the victim's family, help them, lay them to rest. Whatever we can do to help, we're definitely going to do that because, like I said, there was a lot of women, a lot of children involved. It's just nasty, nasty work. But you know what, man? You got to talk some football. You know what I mean? So, salute to everybody here in the building. I know it's kind of hard to go from that one extreme to the next, but let's talk about some good things going on in the nation, man, and try and, brighten up everyone else's day, man. Salute to John. Listen, guys, I want to move up in the draft big time, but I do not want to overpay and be held hostage. But we do need a quarterback. Salute to my guy, John. And also, we're going to talk about that here shortly and get off my lawn. I love it.
Damn right, Chef.
And also, man, salute to our moderators as well. Our brother Jason, man, and Hug for gifting a whole bunch of memberships as always. Salute to you guys. Appreciate you guys as always. Do me a favor. For those who are new to the channel, make sure you guys wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, which means hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button on both channels. I'm on my way to 25K. My brother Wasted is on his way to 15K. Make sure to hit that sub button. It definitely helps what we do over here at Shieldmore. So let's get to talking that shit. All right, man, real quick, Wasted. You know how we do over here, man. You throw me some alley-oops, I dunk them shits. I hit you with some alley-oops, you dunk them shits. Let's talk about a former Raider, man, that's still under contract real quick. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody's seen this, but on Twitter yesterday, on Instagram, our guy, Chandler Jones, put up an interesting tweet, okay? And I don't know if this is serious. I mean, Chan has been trolling for the past few months, and I know that everything ain't right upstairs, but he knows what he's doing in a sense, Wasted. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like, does he? He's kind of playing with everybody in terms of the social media game. But he said this yesterday on Twitter, man. Interesting. Over the past few months, I've been dealing with some personal matters, but I'm happy to share that I'm feeling much better now. Jones wrote on X. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to my family, friends, and fans for your unwavering love and support. Additionally, I want to offer a sincere apology to anyone I may have unintentionally offended. Your understanding and support means the world to me. So I want to say this real quick. It sounds as though this is like something that comes from his reps. I think that they're finally realizing, oh shit, this may be it. This may be it. Your football career may be over. And maybe they're just trying to see if there's any inkling of any chance of any type of opportunity out there. This doesn't sound like something that Chandler would put together in a tweet. I've seen him tweet before. I've seen him go live on Instagram. Real quick, we're going to make this real short and sweet. Is this shit leather? Is this shit leather, Wasted? Is it leather?
This shit ain't leather. This shit ain't leather. It's definitely not leather, bro. Like, dog, look, man. You say he's trolling. I say he's spiraling.
Yeah. Huge
difference, man. This dude has been spiraling out of control, before the Raiders even signed him. People were surprised that we signed him. There were signs of this his whole career. And really, to be honest with you, when you delve into, him, his brother, they got some issues up here, in the kind of scenario that we got going on, man. I think he was addition by subtraction, because if he would have still been on this team, we were all, where's that other pass rusher coming from? Man, we don't know about Malcolm Kuntz. Now we know. Like now, and to be honest with you, I want to see some more of that, because there have been times with the Raiders where, and Big Mike brought this up, and Big Mike and I had a conversation about this. There have been times over the years where we'll have a Raider that comes in the middle of the season and shows out, and we're like, he's finally arrived, and then we get to the next season, they disappear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Similar to like David Amerson, guys like that.
Yep.
I want to see if Malcolm Kuntz is the real deal. I really do. I want to see if Malcolm Kuntz is the real deal. I want to see if, Tyree Wilson can continue to ascend to where he's going. Mm-hmm. The Raiders are beyond what Chandler Jones can bring to this team at this point. Yeah. He's not going to do anything but bring confusion. Why would you show me who you are once, man? You got to believe him. He's a guy who brings a lot of drama. And if you look at his stream of consciousness, that's not a guy that you can bring into any locker room in the NFL. So to me, I think his career is over.
Oh, it is. If
he was 28 years old, it'd be different. Now he's not. His career's over, bro.
I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it right now. And salute to John Forte on the $5 donation. And salute to Q. That shit definitely ain't leather. Let me just say this. I promise you, in the next year or two, he's going to be doing celebrity boxing matches, bro. That's where Chandler Jones is going to be very, very soon, because of the way he exited, the NFL, talking shit about Mark Davis, talking about Josh McDaniels, the way he went about his business, I don't think there's any other chance that he can. But this is one of them type of tweets, like I said, that came from his reps, just trying to see if there's any way possible he can clean up this mess that he created, and it's not going to happen. In the words of the great classic man Q, leather.
Shit, definitely leather, brother.
Over. Now, hey, I want to talk about this as well, because I think you kind of alluded to this a little bit the other day, and now it is starting to come out to all over the place. Did you see the John Feliciano and Jalen Carter back and forth?
Yes.
This is a guy that we've been heavy on. You already know this. We wanted to draft him last year. We took Tyree in the first round. We passed on Jalen Carter. Has anything changed, in terms of Tyree and Jalen Carter in your eyes? Because this was kind of insane, bro. I haven't seen all the proof, but John Feliciano said that this guy said he was going to kill him and his kids. On Instagram, sharing pictures of him and his kids and his stories. And then I guess John Feliciano pretty much responded with, you killed somebody, you know what I'm saying? And blase blah. And Jalen Carter kind of used that as, oh, he was talking shit and so on and so forth. But then Feliciano came out and said, man, that this dude was actually threatening to kill him and his family and shit like that, man. Like, how do you feel about this specific situation, bro?
I feel like whatever is in between the white lines should stay in between the white lines. I'm sure, and that's terrible. I don't really play around with shit like that. Me being the family man that I am,
no,
you being the family man, that's the one thing. Like
you can't come back from that, bro. You can't. Yeah.
Like it even bothers me when people say little goofy shit in rap songs where they talk about children. When you talk about harming innocence, bro. Yeah. I can't get with that.
No, not at all. That shit ain't leather at all.
No, what? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm sure worse things have been said. I think people in the NFL, when they're in between them white lines, they say some really fucked up stuff to each other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
People spit on each other. Yeah. Things Lawrence Taylor used to say to people listen.
You're trying to get in their head. I mean, you can say whatever.
Like so.
Who was it that was saying that they were screaming out the opposing defender's girlfriend's phone number?
Oh, I forgot, bro.
I think it was a Shay, man. I think it was him saying,
right? Yeah.
Somebody was screaming out his girlfriend's phone number, bro, while he was covering him, like he was trying to get inside his psyche, man. That's crazy, bro. And the shit that Stu has brought up too, man. He's talked about some stories that players say on the field. It's insane, bro. But this is unacceptable. If you're speaking about children, speaking about people's wives, at the end of the day, man, there's no coming back from that. And like I said, I haven't seen any proof. I just seen what John Feliciano said. And I know Feliciano's had his own, his own shitstorm in terms of social media, the way he, left the Raiders organization and stuff like that. But I'm gonna kind of kick back and see how this plays out. But if it's true, man, I'm gonna be real, man. Jalen, I know he's very young. I know that this is a brutal game, but you got to be better than that, King. You got to be better.
Hey, Graphk, just hold down real quick, man. Somebody's at my door.
I got it. Salute to John, man. I appreciate you. Also, man, on the 5 OLV Raiders Network's membership. I appreciate you, John, as always, my brother. Thank you. And salute to all the new members because of John, because of Hug, and because Jason Hunter, man. Salute to my guys and salute to my brother, man. Blessings to you guys and blessings to the nation, man. Salute to my brother, man. Let me see. I heard the bite during fumble scrums. Is that what it was? Okay. Yeah, Shay. It was Shannon Sharp. Yep. Shannon Sharp. Let me see. Holy shit. Hammer. Breaking news. LSU running back Trey Holly facing charge. God, it's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, I saw that, bro. I didn't even want to bring that up because to be real with you, has nothing to do with the Raiders, has nothing to do with us. Yeah, that's business, man. You know what I'm saying? Man. That's some dirty business right there. But bro, like when you talk about Jalen Carter, people say, does it change my feelings about Jalen Carter? My thing is that and I've always said this about Jalen Carter, for us to think that you're going to get a guy who plays a physical game like that, you got to be half out of your mind anyway, right?
Yeah.
For them to be choir boys is pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Right. So he's not a choir boy. right? It's two guys that are talking shit to each other. They're gonna have to handle that how they handle that, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, the Raiders must have saw a chink in his armor, and it might be they might have been right. They might have been right. But I'm gonna tell you, at that time, bro, I didn't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, but guess what though, man? If you look at the stats, right, and you look at the game at the end of the season, man, when Tyree started to pick up, when you moved him into the middle of the defensive line, playing that defensive tackle, like he outperformed Jalen Carter, bro. Like at the tail end of the season, Tyree started to show life. What do you have? 3.5 sacks. He started getting freed up a little bit, playing in the interior, getting to the quarterback. So at the end of the day, man, we beat up Tyree Wilson a lot over here at Showmore because we wanted our guy Jalen Carter. But at the end of the day, man, it looks as though we may have dodged a bullet in terms of character. See,
but the thing with me was always the fact that Tyree Wilson was injured with a Liz Frank injury. Yeah. And it wasn't him personally. It was the fact that he was a raw prospect and the fact that he had that injury. Now,
a limited skill set. Wasted that's
what I was saying. But the one thing about Tyree Wilson, this is one thing. Shout out to my bro, man, my best friend, you know what I'm saying, since I was a kid, right? He huge Raider fan. What he said to me was, listen, guys that are that size normally don't fail in the NFL.
Yeah.
He was absolutely right about that. Shout out to my dog Lex.
Shit. Salute to John real quick. All is right with the universe. 49ers just lost a Chief fan. I wish they both could lose, but lesser of the both evils living in the Bay Area. John, as someone that's from Northern California, I agree, King. Salute to my guy, man. Salute to my brother John, man. And salute to Intel, bro. He just blessed 20 people with memberships. That's Intel is just bombs over Baghdad with Intel. There's no, you know how people always say, like, there's no median. It's just either you just here or you there.
Yeah.
Intel is over here, man. Salute to our brother Intel for always supporting what we do, and salute to all the new members in the building, because Intel, he said, damn, Intel, I'll go sit down now. Salute to Hug, man. Salute to my guy. And do me a favor, you guys. If you are not a member also of Waste This Channel, what are y'all waiting for, man? Go over to Waste This Channel, hit that join button, become Get Off My Lawn gang. Y'all be real member over there, man. Make sure you hit that button over there. Also, it definitely helps what we do over here at Showmore. All right, let's get it rocking, man. Salute to Intel once again, man. The GOAT. Him, Hug, Jason. There's so many goats in this chat, man. It's insane, man. All right, let's talk about our new offensive coordinator, man. For those who have no idea, I mean, it came out a few days ago. We haven't talked about it because we've been kind of kicking back, just letting the news kind of, compile. But we went out and signed James Craig. This is a guy that has an extensive career, Wasted. I mean, started as a coach in '97 at Colorado State, was a graduate assistant, went to Colgate from 2000 to 2003, a defensive line coach. Idaho, 2004 to 2006 as the defensive line coach. So he's been on both sides of the trenches. Also a former Raider guy, 2007 to 2008. A lot of people didn't know that. Assistant offensive line coach. Went to Tennessee in 2009, offensive line coach. USC 2010 to 2013, offensive line coach. Then went to Denver 2014 to 2016 as an assistant offensive line coach. He's made his rounds through our division. The Chargers 2017, assistant offensive line coach. Then he went to LSU, and I know you got some little intel on that. Offensive line coach and running game coordinator from 2018 to 2020. Then the Niners 2022 to 2023. He was the assistant offensive line coach, and now he makes his way to Las Vegas to return to the Raiders. How are you feeling about this move? A guy with a shit ton of experience. I feel pretty good about this, man. Everyone knows we let Carmen Brasillo leave. He went to help the Giants fix that O-line and try and protect Daniel Jones. How you feel about this move, man?
I mean, I like the fact that you brought a guy who was around Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, it didn't do so great with, buttoning up that Super Bowl. When it comes to designing, run plays and blocking schemes and things like that, and the offensive line coach that they have with the 49ers is terrific, right? Development of players and things like that. It to me, it's a great hire, right? The only thing is that I don't know if James Craig and, a guy like Luke Getsy, and I'm sure they probably hired him because he is on the same sheet of music with Luke Getsy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Getsy and Craig have to be on the same sheet of music because people think that offensive line coaches are the ones who design what kind of blocking scheme they're going to run. And offensive coordinators are the ones who are like, listen, I want us to run power concepts or want us to run a zone concept. And then what the offensive line coach has to do is he has to get everybody on board with that and coach that skill set. Yeah. So let's hope that they have the same ideology about how they go about bringing along this offensive line. And also, you know, I'm real big on player development, and I like a guy who made his rounds in the college ranks because that means that they're a teacher of the game. So I'm 100% on board with this hire. Mm-hmm. But the only thing that I'm a little concerned about is the fact that, I mean, this is a guy that has never been an offensive line coach before. He's always been an assistant. He's been the bridesmaid, never the bride. Yeah. And I don't know, I know this is his shot, but I'm under the estimation that for me having, the coaching staff that we have, I want people who have held that position before, who knows what it's like to be in a line of fire in that kind of way. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing, like his lack of experience actually being the guy. Yeah. But if you're going to bring in somebody, you want to bring it in from a successful situation like San Francisco.
Yeah. And it's funny because we kind of traded offensive coordinators. So I don't know if you've seen it, but our assistant O-line coach, Cameron Clemens, he had a few interviews, I believe, with Carolina and a few other spots. Could be wrong with Carolina, but I could have swore it was the Panthers. He took the same job with the Niners. So he went over there with them, and then we got our guy, James Craig, to come over here.
It was like the racial draft with Dave Chappelle.
There you go. Yeah.
Most deaf.
Yep. Straight up.
All right.
Thanks. And I love what 10 Commandments said right here as well. This hire seems like a further testimony that we want to run the football. Kingsbury did not fit that narrative. This is facts. Salute to 10 Commandments, man. Salute to our guy, East Coast Gridiron, in the building as well on a $5 donation. So for those who had no idea about this, we did go out and hire our offensive coordinator. That's one more thing we can take off the list. We brought in James Craig with a shit ton of experience, but like Wasted said, kind of has his reservations, kind of going to kick back a little bit and see how this plays out because the guy has not had that official, offensive line coach experience. He's kind of been
it's not like a Tom Pickett guy that you're like, I've seen him go here and do this and that. We haven't seen. This is his first bite at the apple, so to speak. So
everybody needs a first chance, and I'm hopefully that he takes full advantage of this. And I want to say real quick, salute to our guy Jermaine Illuminor. He'll be on the show this week. He also gave Clemens a lot of respect on Twitter. Said that was one of his favorite coaches that he's been coached up by. You know what I mean? So the Niners got a good one. You know what I mean? I was kind of wondering why we didn't just bring him back up, but he came from the previous regime. It kind of makes sense that we're just moving on from him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And what it shows me is, Luke Getsy has an ideology that lines up with what Antonio Pierce wants to do. And Getsy went and got a guy that can get the job done as far as, how he's going to run his scheme. I think things are going to be this year offensively. I think we're going to be an efficient offense, but I think it's going to be a lot of old school shit, man. And I'm here for that, man. I think football is getting to the point where people are trying to reinvent the wheel every year.
Yeah.
And football's not that complicated, bro.
You see what AP said, right? He said, bro, if I would have I would have been running the wishbone and shit.
Man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, man. But hey, we shall see. And you're right, man. I don't think that they're going to try and reinvent the wheel with the offense. I mean, look, we already have a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the football. We're going to build that offensive line through the draft and through free agency. I'm excited to see what they do, on that side of the football. I don't think it can get any worse than what it was last year, man. So we shall see what Getsy, man, and Craig has, what they could put together on the offensive side of the football. Real quick, there was some breaking news that happened right before we went live as well, Wasted. Everyone knows Champ Kelly, former Chicago Bears guy. Everyone knows Luke Getsy, right? A guy that just came over. That was the offensive coordinator from them that took the same spot over with us. They let go of 2 veteran players out there, man. So there's 2 names to keep an eye on here, you guys. Salute. This comes from ChicagoBears.com, their official website. The Bears on Thursday parted ways with 2 of their longest tenure players in their offensive lineman, Cody Whitehair, and safety, Eddie Jackson. A 2016 second-round pick out of Kansas State, Whitehair appeared in 124 games with 118 starts over 8 seasons with the Bears. He started all 16 games in each of his first 3 years at center, a position he never played in college. Last year, he played some guard, played center. He's kind of moved around the O-line a little bit. But, 31 years old, I think he kind of fits. I think he knows what Getsy wants in terms of, the scheme. This is definitely a name to keep an eye on. I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of Bear fans say, that, the guy's not performing, the way he used to. He's getting up there in age, a little long in the tooth. But I would love to bring him in to help that guard position. You know what I mean? Not center. I'd rather address that in the draft, or you move Parham over. But I would have no problem bringing a guy in that has a ton of experience, former Pro Bowl guy. And like I said, can move around the O-line a little bit. So keep an eye on him. And also, they cut Eddie Jackson, another Pro Bowl guy, another guy that's getting up there in age, has dealt with some injuries. But how do you feel? I mean, safety's not really a priority for us. I think we still have a guy in Chris Smith that we drafted from Georgia that we still want to see get some reps at some point. We may bring Palomau back. Epps and Merrick are still under contract. How do you feel about both of these guys? And Jackson has also been a guy that started a shit ton of games, former 4th-round pick out of Alabama. I mean, how do you feel about potentially going out there and looking at these two guys in free agency?
Whitehair? Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, if you can trade Whitehair for freaking, him on his spot on the roster for Greg Van Roten,
yeah,
then you've upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
But with Eddie Jackson, bro, I mean, I think we as fans have a tendency to want every person who's been released that is worth the shit.
Yeah.
Jackson is not somebody that we need to really bring in because we have a loaded safety room, guys. And we got young players that are developing and ascending. We don't have guys that are on the other side of the hill going back down the hill. We got guys that are ascending. I would submit to you that we haven't seen the best football from Marcus Epps or Trayvon Merrick. You know what I'm saying? And I would rather pour into that. Chris Smith, bring back Palomau. Like, I would rather pour into that. I think our safety room is set. We don't need unless you're going to go out there and go get an all-pro safety. Unless you got like Minka Fitzpatrick is available, something like that. I think you should stay pat and keep what you got in the building. To be quite honest with you, man.
Yeah, I'm cool off of looking at Eddie Jackson. I hope the veteran's going to find a job somewhere, but I'm definitely intrigued by bringing in Cody, a guy that knows Getsy's scheme and knows what he wants to do. So, but we shall see. We may want to get younger.
This year's Jermaine Illuminor.
Could be.
He could be this year's Jermaine Illuminor. He could be a guy that's coming and being like the teacher with that scheme and, being handcuffed with that offensive coach.
Yeah.
And if that
at worst you get another Greg Van Roten wasted.
Yeah, and the thing is that Greg Van Roten is a guy that you're probably going to move on from. The spot right there, man. He's a vet. He's a guy who played at a Pro Bowl level at one time in his career. And offensive linemen don't get truly old until they get to about 34, 35. So he's got some more tread left on the tire. I'm with it, man.
And you never know, man. The change of scenery is a real thing. He may come to Vegas and reinvent himself. We shall see. But I would love to take a flyer on Cody, man. Salute to John. A lot of old school run the ball to open up the pass. Talk that shit, John. I'm all for it. Salute to Ben. Why not Fields? We're becoming Chicago West anyway. He'll go off in this offense. And what's funny was I've seen a few mock drafts, Ben, as of late that still have us, or not mock drafts, but actually mock drafts that have us still trading for Justin Fields for that 2nd or 3rd round pick. So look, I don't know how Getsy truly feels about Justin Fields, man. I don't know. It's still going to be very interesting to see if we miss out on our guy, if we miss out on a Jaden Daniels, and we'll get to talking about Russell Wilson here in a second as well, because an interesting tidbit came out about him from a very, very close insider that knows what's going on in Jordan Schultz. But if we miss out on some of these guys that we want to bring in, I don't think that Getsy doesn't think that Justin Fields has what it takes. I think that they didn't have a long enough to get it together. The end of last season, they started to really get it rocking. And you never know. They may both want to come together and finish their story in the words of, Cody Rhodes, man. So you never know. You never know. But salute to Ben. Salute to Qua also. Clinch fist soldiers, Graphk. In every mock draft, has no problem getting these 3 linemen. Christian Haynes, which is one of my favorite guards in this draft. Mahogany, the guard out of Boston College. Another dog. And Greenfield, OT. O-line has to get right. And we will. Qua, I'm telling you, brother, we will build through the trenches in this draft. Defensive tackle and O-line are going to definitely be addressed in this deep class, especially on the offensive line side of things. Salute to our guy OJ, man, as well. Getsy getting the job saved us from being one-dimensional. Throwing the ball 50-plus times under Kingsbury does not win games in October. Well, this is the thing, and I think a lot of people, you always look at him and you assume throw. Kingsbury runs the ball as well. If once you get in the goal line situations, you get in red zone situations, they run the ball a lot. You know what I mean? That we talked about James Conner and those 17, 18 touchdowns that year. You know, so I mean, I think we kind of get caught up in the whole air raid, and you just assume it's going to be in the air a lot. They run the football as well. It's a balanced attack, but you're throwing the football a lot more than we have.
Bro, I mean, bro, the thing about the way people are viewing Cliff Kingsbury, you know, is wrong. You don't really know how Cliff Kingsbury is going to work out until you see what roster he has. Yeah. You call plays, and your tendencies are based off of the people that are in the building. Yeah. Let's just be for real. Like, you're not gonna be a guy who throws the ball all over the field if you got Flotsam and Jetsam at wide receiver and Joe Neckbone at quarterback and you got a Hall of Fame running back and a Pro Bowl fullback and a great offensive line. You know what I mean? You got to work with the ingredients that are there for you to cook the meal, bro. You can't cook a cake if you don't have cake flour and butter and things like that, right?
I like what Omni said right here. Wait, so this is actually perfect. Kingsbury doesn't throw the ball 50 times. He runs out of a spread package. You know what I'm saying? Then he also said Connor 8 under Kingsbury. They just throw the football like long handoffs. That's kind of the best way you can kind of word that.
It's essentially the West Coast offense, right? Yeah. But like I said, you have to judge a man on their scheme when they get in the building and you see how they work with said pieces. Yeah. So when you talk about Getsy, you got a lot of people that are like, oh, he's terrible, right? But this is the same guy who was a competent and great coach in Green Bay. Yeah. Because he had Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love, and he helped develop all those guys. And that's a piece of his history too, right? So when you talk about Justin Fields, we look at the fact that they weren't getting along. And I even spoke about this the day he was hired. But when you look deeper into that situation, at the end of the season, they started to get on the same page. At the end of the season, people were giving, Justin Fields a standing ovation.
Yeah.
They wanted him to start. There are a lot of people who don't want the Bears to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, bro. Every Chicago Bears fan that I know personally wants to keep Justin Fields.
And you know why? Because there are two reasons. There's a reason why the Bears in their history have not had a 4,000-yard passer in their history. Yeah. Even having, Jay Cutler there.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it is hard to throw that football and that win. Yeah. There are 3 teams that you got to have a strong arm to throw the ball.
Shit wasted.
Yo, the New York Giants and Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey, it's like a wind tunnel. I remember back in the day, the Giants would open up the doors and shit to make people miss field goals and stuff. It's free, right? Yep. Chicago and Green Bay. And the one reason why Green Bay, the stigma is not the same is because they have a heated field.
Yeah.
So you notice when it snows in Green Bay, you can see the lines, the hash marks and shit like that. But other teams that are in those kind of elements, like the Minnesota Vikings, they've had a freaking dome for years because of that fact.
Yeah.
So when you get a guy like a Caleb Williams, he might not be the quarterback for you in Chicago. He might not. You might want to take a Drake May because Drake May has a cannon and he looks the part. He's a big 6'4", tall, strong quarterback that can sit there in that pocket and sling that football.
And use his legs. He's a very underrated running quarterback as well.
Yes, he is. He's the prototype, though. I think there's been a little bit of people getting away from stereotypes. There's been too much of that. Some stereotypes in the National Football League are true. You got people that are going out here and they're drafting all these 5'0" quarterbacks like Bryce Young and shit like that. There's something to be said for the big, strong, kid from Nebraska throwing the ball, from California throwing the ball, big 6'5" quarterback. There's something to be said for that shit, bro. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. The one thing about Justin Fields that works in Chicago is the fact that when the weather's shitty, he can tuck that football and run it like a damn running back. And that's why it works. So they might keep him, bro.
I can see it. Salute to DTG. Just saw a news report. Yeah, this is old news right here, my brother. Salute to DTG on the $5 Nation. That's definitely true. A fan definitely did bury that Chiefs flag, and it looks as though that shit came back to haunt us this season in the Super Bowl. So, but yeah, that's definitely facts.
Yeah, but we dug it up.
Well, I think that was fake. Salute to my guy.
Dug it up. No, they did. They dug that up, bro.
I thought it was fake. Salute to my boy Raider Deadpool. I seen him kind of post a picture of him doing it. I thought it was fake, but I could be wrong. Salute to Julio. We ain't becoming anything. With all due respect, I'm tired of the narrative Chicago West, Patriot West. Fuck that. We're the Raiders, and we're going to have our own style. Salute to Julio. I mean, bro, there's not a lot of pieces over there that we would pluck away from them anyway. I mean, we talked about Cody Whitehair, that he fits a need on the offensive line. We're talking about Justin Fields. If all else fails and he's available, you have to take a look. But I don't think we're going to become Chicago West at all. I mean, look, Chicago Midwest hasn't worked. Why the fuck would we want to become Chicago West?
Why do we want to be the Bill? What are we talking about? You want to go back to the George Hallis, Johnny Lujack days?
Yeah.
What the F are you talking about? You're talking about Chicago West.
Yeah.
We talking about Kanye West. You got a kid named Chicago West. What the F you talking about, bro?
Salute to Julio on a $10 donation. This is facts, bro. Salute to the Mokes. Y'all seen that pivot? Yes, man. It was a phenomenal watch. That really gave me a new sense of respect and appreciation for our head coach. I've already loved AP anyway and love what he brings. You know, but man, if you haven't watched it yet, bro, watch the pivot. I'm telling you.
I watched it, bro. And you know, look, like I said, man, I love, you know, the spirit that Antonio Pierce is bringing back in the building, right? Yeah. But what I will say is, and I don't want to put water all over it, right? You know, I was a guy who wanted AP here because I just feel like the moment feels right for him to be here. We don't need Jim Harbaugh. We need that, right? But I'm tired of the rah-rah shit. We ain't won nothing yet.
Yeah.
So let's get to fucking work. I don't want to hear nothing about none of this and the rah-rah shit. It was cool to get the glimpse behind the curtain of what he's going through, you know, losing his mom.
I just love his story. You know what I mean? Yeah, hearing that and then hearing the Davis coming up to him and saying, "Are you ready?" You know what I mean? And him, I just loved the Ryan Clark giving him like the owl jacket. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's just great positive vibes, bro. Like I hear you.
But even giving him Al's jacket, like, bro, you gotta fucking win something first before you get Al jacket, bro. Let me tell you something, man. I don't know. I know you spoke about it on your show. I haven't really been live lately. I've been doing shorts and stuff. But I know there was that excerpt of them like acting out some of the things that went on with Al Davis over the years.
Yeah.
And it just brings back home why I love Al Davis so much. And why Al Davis is a giant. You can never say, and even when Al was slipping in the twilight of his life, I still believe because Al was that motherfucking, excuse my language, man, but Al was the motherfucker, man.
Oh, yeah, clear.
Al was a motherfucker, bro. He was let me tell you, he's a legend, bro. There's not two people in the history of this sport that are as significant as Al Davis.
Yeah.
That's how significant Al Davis is. Yo, don't put that Al shit on him until he wins, bro.
Well, I mean, look, I think that they're having some fun, man. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I'm not looking too deep into that. I know how you feel about Al Davis. I love Al Davis as well, but look, I'm just trying to figure out where Ryan got the damn jacket made. I need that shit. Like, real talk. Look, I'm sick of AP having all this shit I can't find. This exclusive. Like, bro, he be having.
I fuck with that. I fuck with it. I love it. I love it, bro. Because you know how I always try to get something that nobody else has. I love it, yo. Yo, be the one of one, AP. You the head coach. You should have shit we can't find, bro.
But salute to AP and salute to the pivot. Those guys put on a hell of a interview with AP. Nice little hour. And also, Max just had AP on as well. If you guys haven't got an opportunity, go check out the Rush podcast. They just had him on there as well. Another great. I seen some snippets of it. Let me just say that, and it looks like it's going to be a great watch. Hey, Ridge, did you send those pictures to Wasted too? I'm not going to say nothing, you know what I mean? But has he sent you any pictures?
I gotta look. I haven't. I'm going on my social media
because what he said, we're going to get a priest to perform an exorcism in the locker room and around the grounds where the Chiefs flag was buried to exorcise those demons. Bro, I gotta send you some stuff that Ridge sent me. It was fucking hilarious, bro. Salute to my guy Ridge, man. Also, hey, yeah, DeMarcus, bro, facts, bro. If one of us don't have it, it's definitely got to be some one-on-one type shit. You know what I mean? Let's get to the next subject, you guys. And also, we're gonna have our brother tap in with us here in a minute. And we're going to do a full mock draft, you guys, the first round. We're going to pick for every team. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do that on the way out of this show. So stay tuned. A mock draft with every team in the first round. And then we'll start getting to our mocks, full 7th round when we start getting closer to the draft. So stay tuned for that. All right, man. I know there's been a lot of talk with us. You know, we talked about Russell Wilson. We talked about the possibility of bringing in a veteran in free agency. It looks as though, man, Sean Payton is still kind of confused here, not knowing what he wants to do with Russell Wilson. I know the reason he sat him. They brought Stiddy in. It was the same DC effect. They wanted to possibly save that money from injury and all that other shit. Well, now there's a lot of talk about them actually keeping him, because to be honest with you, I think his new 4 or 5 year deal, right, kicks in this upcoming season, like $200+ million. I don't know how you move on from him and take that kind of hit, bro. I know they're trying to work on maybe restructuring that deal. I don't know if Russell would do that. If he was smart, I'd be like, no. The way y'all treated me at the end of the last season, I'm not restructuring shit. But there's a lot of talk now of them potentially restructuring that deal and keeping him in Denver. But an insider and a friend of the show, salute to our guy, Jordan Show. He was supposed to be on the show a while ago. He got busy. He has a lot going on now with Bleacher Report, and he's all over the place. But I quote, this is what he said, according to Bleacher Report's Jordan Schultz. I would be really, really surprised based on what I've been told if it was with the Raiders. Schultz said in a February 13th video, I know it's been speculated nationally, but it would surprise me if Russell Wilson ended up with the Raiders. How do you feel about this? And once again, I just read it right here. He's just about to start his 5-year, $242 million contract extension. So it's very, very tough to get rid of him. And it'd be an $85 million dead cap hit if they moved on from Russell Wilson. So how do you feel about that, man?
The thing for me is I've never seen a quarterback as a starting quarterback get treated like that in the last, 15, 20 years. This is not the days of Mike Ditka and, Bill Parcells dressing down Phil Sims on the sideline, or Mike Ditka, totally destroying Jim Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that to a starting quarterback in the National Football League.
Yeah.
And to be real with you, if I'm Russell Wilson and I have any dignity, I say, you know what? Fuck you, cut me.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is the way that they treated him. That's why Sean Payton is trying to walk that shit back, because they know that for them to do what they want to do, they have to kind of restructure him a little bit.
Yeah.
They have to. They got to get Russ to play ball with them. Mm-hmm. If Russ don't play ball with them,
it's over.
It's over with.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you got to watch how you treat people on the way up, because you're going to have to see them same people on the way down. And I think
with DC, bro, the way Sean, and the way Josh treated him, he got nothing out of it. Nothing out of it. Yeah. DC didn't try to help him out at all.
DC said, you know what, as classy as possible. He said, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? Josh probably deserved that. Deserved that, mm-hmm. Right? I'm not saying, look, I'm not the biggest Derek Carr guy, right? But there's a way, there's a right way to do there's a right way to do things, right? My mom always taught me that in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, man, I'm kind of glad that they're in this conundrum.
Yeah.
Things, man. They're going to be in cap hell.
Oh, yeah.
Have Russell Wilson.
Or they're going to be in cap hell and have a quarterback that's pissed off at them and doesn't want to be there anymore. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that there's going to be a lot of negative energy regardless if they pay him or not. And I know he's a professional. He's got to go to work and show up regardless. But I think the Denver Broncos are in a terrible, terrible situation right now. And I'm here for it. And we're going to claim that dominance once again by beating them twice next year. Salute to everybody here in the building. Wipe them feet. Pay your bar tabs, you guys, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. We appreciate you guys. Over 1,000 people in the building, almost 1,100. We salute you guys so much. I want to show you something. Wait, have you seen this? So everyone knows that Josh Jacobs is a free agent, right? And, there's question marks if he's going to be a Raider. You know what I mean? Well, how much he's going to be asking for. I've still been seeing him put up these weird subliminal messages on Instagram and Twitter all over the place, deletes them, puts them up, deletes them. Josh he's one of those guys that continues to put up subliminal messages. Well, I've seen something interesting. We have a running back, right, that we got in the 4th round out of Georgia 2 years back. He ended up kind of showing his worth last year when Josh got hurt. Couple, 100-yard games, was actually balling for us.
Yes, he was.
He has been in the gym this offseason, wasted.
Oh, really? Oh, he looking like baby Bo Jackson. He trying to get that starting job.
Bro, that is our running back on a rookie deal coming off of a great end of his season. He is in the gym going. When you see a motherfucker that's barefooted in the gym, Oh, he ain't playing, bro.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
And you know, Zeus got that old country strength.
Yeah, man. That shit is real.
Yeah.
Shit is really real. He done turned to the Incredible Hulk out this motherfucker.
Bro, that's how running back. like that is crazy, bro.
That is a body that's built not from steroids, but from collard greens, cornbread, chicken.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yams. That's what he got right. That's that country strength right there.
That motherfucker, just straight country.
Eating hoe cakes for breakfast. Y'all don't even know what hoe cakes are, do y'all?
Hoe cakes.
Yeah, hoes got to eat too, though.
Well, yeah, man. Hey, I'm excited to see what we look like next year with Zeus. Everyone knows he'll be here regardless. He's under contract, so it's going to be interesting to see, what Getsy sees in Zeus. We've heard a lot about early on in year one under Josh McDaniels. We've talked to some people that actually know Zeus in Vegas, and he was kind of upset. He didn't want to be out there. I mean, he missed home. He's a country guy. He did not like being in Vegas. And I heard last year with AP taking over, shit got turned around real quick. That Zeus is actually, excited to be there and excited to finally get some opportunities. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see moving forward how he performs for us, man. But crazy.
That's a horse riding joker right there. He like to ride horse. He's a country boy, man.
Country boy. Hey,
out in the desert, you can get some countryfied activities out in the desert.
Yeah.
You get some countryfied activities. There's horseback riding and
bro. I mean, hey man, Henderson is country as shit, man. There's areas out there in Henderson and Summerlin that are country as fuck. Go buy you a farm, Zeus, and whatever the fuck you eating, keep eating that shit.
Yo, Winky Dinky Dog. Winky Dinky Dog. The Winky Dinky Burger. And coming soon, the Winky Dinky Hoe Cake.
Yo, hey, real quick too, man. Speaking of just yoked, have you seen? I know we talked about the parade, but let's bring one part of that was actually funny. There was a few things there. Travis Kelce completely drunk out of his mind. I hated that he sung Viva Las Vegas. I can't stand Travis Kelce. Like he just literally just. Whew.
You know what I had to do after he sung Viva Las Vegas? I had to go back and watch Derwin James slamming him on his back like the jabroni he is.
Yeah.
He pisses me off more and more. Real quick, did you see what the New York Times trying to say that he made the fade haircut famous?
Oh my god!
Like every black man in history,
he
had a fade. Bro, I was like, bro, are you fucking serious? I said, why don't y'all just go back and go look at Martin Luther King with a fade, or Malcolm X with a fade, or Marvin Gaye with a fade? Like every fucking body. Nat King Cole with a taper. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? He made it famous.
You know what face I had, bro, when he said that?
Nas, fucking Jay-Z. Well, like, name them. The fuck are you talking about?
You know what face I had when he said that shit, bro?
Facts. Oh my God.
You invented the fade. But he did end up having an interview where he said it's funny, but fades have been around forever. He did come out and say, blah, blah, blah. But nasty work.
Nasty work. He had to do the Justin Timberlake when they said Justin Timberlake created beatboxing.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Justin Timberlake was like, oh, wait, I did not create beatboxing.
Yeah, man. but bro, back to the parade, right? There's a player that we've been talking about, for upcoming free agent that we want to bring in. The number one free agent out there, period. I mean, number one player. Period. But Chris Jones was out there absolutely slaughterhoused. Like, done. This is what he said. I ain't going anywhere, baby, in the year after. Chris Jones, who said who was a free agent in this upcoming offseason, right? Then his agent went on Twitter, Michael J. Katz, and said, cut them bartenders off.
Sure. Way
too much. We've seen this happen in years prior, right? Where guys kind of get a little wasted and they get a little in their feelings and they go on YouTube, or not YouTube, but social media, and they kind of say, let's run it back and so on and so forth. And then they end up gone. I think Kansas City has like $22-23 million. I know they can restructure some deals. I think Snead, they're going to probably bring him back. You know what I mean? I do. Younger. I think he's like 26 years old. played phenomenally for the Chiefs this year, but he also wants to be paid. He said in the interview I seen on Twitter earlier today, pay me. I deserve to get paid. What do you take from this Chris Jones shit? I personally think that he was just wasted. I think he's going to take the best deal. He already, a 3-time Super Bowl winner. There's no real reason for him to take any kind of pay cut to return to Kansas City. I just don't see it happening, bro. I see Chris Jones.
I don't either, man. He knows that this contract is the contract that's going to set him up financially for life. So when all of the meaningless things that are said, in the heat of joy and receiving your Super Bowl ring, he's going to look at them 3 rings, shine them up real nice. And then he's going to look at that money. He's not going to take $1 less than his market value dictates. Now, the funny thing is that the Chiefs may be able to give that to him because, listen, we all know how this shit goes. Patrick Mahomes going to move some money around. Yeah. They're probably going to let L'Jarius Sneed walk. They're going to do everything they can to keep that guy. That guy is the most significant person on that team besides Patrick Mahomes.
Definitely.
Even more so than Travis Kelce.
Agree.
So he's not going
easy.
It's nice to talk about, but he's not going anywhere.
And to be real, it's so much easier to replace a guy like Sneed. You got Trent McDuffie there. You can go get another guy in the draft. It's just so much easier to replace a guy like that. You can't replace a Chris Jones. I mean, you can put Neil Farrell, you can put Thick Frame out there, and he's going to be the next Chris Jones for you. So
it's in a lot of the names that are out there. I've been going over some of the people, with my shorts and talking about guys that could be available.
Yeah.
But if I'm being honest, him and Matabuke, them guys aren't going anywhere. Matabuke, that guy's been in the league since 2020. He's been tearing the league up. He had 13 sacks being a defensive tackle. People are like, well, does he fit our scheme? We run a 3-4. It's like, we don't even really run a 3-4. We run multiple sets. And a guy that's that talented, you make him fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
the same thing with Christian Wilkins too. I think the same thing with Christian Wilkins as well. I think he gets franchise tag.
So bro, it's looking like Leonard Williams or bust.
Yep, that's it. Yep,
it's looking like that because that's the guy that probably will be available, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, definitely
I'm okay with that, and I'm okay. I just want us to bring in a veteran who's been successful to add him to all the youth that we have on his defensive line because that's what we've been drafting big bodies, man.
And he also helps the edge rusher room, bro. We've talked about this. Big Cat can kick outside. He can move all up and down that defensive line. So I'm all for that. And he'd be a cheaper option as well. So if you want to go get a Leonard Williams, you can still go pay a veteran guard to come in or a potential corner or something like that. Financially, it makes a lot more sense to bring in the Leonard Williams than to bring in the Chris Jones. You know what I mean? But me personally,
in reality, it makes more sense.
Oh, yeah.
But if I can choose any of them, it'd probably be Chris Jones or Matabuke.
Clear.
Chris Jones is just, he's shit. Besides Aaron Donald, who's been a more impactful tackle than him over the last few years,
Let's get these supers in real quick. We're gonna get our brother in, man, to do this mock draft. Salute to Choppa. QB talk is cool, but if we were to go in a different position, who would you want to take in the draft? It's not sexy at all, Choppa, but I'm going offensive line. Like if we don't take a QB in the first, let's just say Michael Penix and let's say maybe potentially J.J. McCarthy, which I don't see it happen at all. But maybe they fall to the second, right? Penix, I can see. I could definitely see him being the Will Levis of this draft.
Yeah.
But I would go right tackle. We don't know what we're doing with Jermaine Illuminor. We don't know if Mumford's the guy yet. Or take a guard. Take the likes of I take Powers, the center out of Oregon. I'm gonna be real. If you can move back a few picks and take him and pick up an extra second rounder or an extra third rounder, I would do it if you don't identify the quarterback in the first round. So I'm still sticking to the O-line unless Jazir Newton is there, the defense tackle out of Illinois. I would take him, because he's a dog. He's a dog, bro. But
there's a couple of guys too that, and I know a lot of people won't agree with me, but if I'm keeping Tyree Wilson inside and making him kind of like a 3 technique kind of guy, there's a couple of pass rushers in this draft.
Latu
to us too.
Latu.
Yeah, Latu is a guy that reminds me of Max Crosby.
Yep. That motor, man, is different.
That motor, and if you can get a guy like that to put him with a Max Crosby at a young, you can have a hellacious pass rush, and that's what we need to beat the Queefs.
Yeah, definitely. And if you don't go that route, you can also go the likes of Aquinya Mitchell out of Toledo or one of those corners. there's a lot of corners in that's going to be going in that first round. So it's going to be interesting to see where we go. Salute to Qua. Imagine if we can get Josh back in the building. What is that running back room going to look like? Wow. You already know Josh likes to smoke, might be the best running backs in the league. And remember, we still got some other guys, on this roster as well. We still don't know what we have with Britton Brown. I mean, he's not even a for sure thing to make the roster. 7th round guy to UCLA. But, we always kind of looked and referred to him as like Latavius Murray, right? A guy that was like a late round guy that ended up translating. I mean, Latavius is what? I think a 2-time Pro Bowl? Yeah. So, I mean, shit.
I mean, but the Pro Bowl don't really mean what it used
I know. I'm just saying that,
the 1980s where you look at the Pro Bowl and Dan Marino starting for the AFC and he's actually there. This shit don't mean anything anymore, bro.
Duncan, we got a Chiefs fan in the building. Salute to Duncan. He also said the Lions can go after Jones too. I can definitely see them going after him. That'd be insane if they got him and then got another pass rusher in the draft. Detroit Lions defensive line would be scary, but they need another guy on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. I could see them going to get Chris Jones and then drafting a lot 2 or something. Dog. Ugh. Filthy.
Yeah, man.
Filthy. So the 10 Commandments, don't be surprised if Mahomes restructures, and our brother Wasted just said that. To keep Jones, remember Brady restructured several times for talent. Factory outlet. But I think once that alcohol went down, I think I think these guys kind of came back down to reality. Wasted. I think Chris Jones like, I'm gonna go get the bag back. And this is his last deal. This is his last big deal. Like real talk. This is the last one. So he's gonna want every single dollar. S. Van Pran, I love him, but he's not better than Powers, bro. I'm sorry, he's not. And I love Van Pran out of Georgia. I take him if he's available in the 2nd or 3rd round. But I'm seeing mock drafts where he may be available in the 4th round. So, and he's a dog. He fits that Raider, him and Power. They fit that Raider mold. But it's going to be interesting to see what we do at the center position going into the draft. Salute to LM. Shit, I had a fade in high school in 2000. Me too. Before I became bald, man. Factory. Salute to LM on a $5 donation. Salute to John. I'll say it again. Old man wasted. Old man was, he looked like a blood.
Nah. Bro, y'all don't even understand the whole, bro. Whoa. Look, I'm definitely not involved in any of that fool. I'm way too old.
That shit is funny, man.
I don't think people realize how old I am, bro. I'm way too old for that shit, bro. I'm cool. I've never been, and plus I'm from the East Coast, man. In my era, that shit wasn't even a factor in my era.
The most, man. If we take JD in the first, y'all putting him in week 1, hell yeah. I think it should sit for a year. No. I'm not having a Jaden Daniels sitting at all. Pat and Brady did. With that being said, AOC MVP incoming. Oh, I see what you did there, DeMokes. Oh, and real quick, we have a dope guest coming on soon. He'll be on Waste's channel, and I want to somehow be involved if you will have me over there, brother. We have a guy that covers LSU, right? One of your people that knows, that's very familiar with Jaden Daniels' skill set in his game. It's going to be interesting, man. I want you guys to hear, because from what Wasted told me yesterday on the phone, bro, I was already kind of like boomer bust. I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped.
I'm hyped too, man. My boy kind of put me in the right direction on Jaden Daniels, because I'm not going to lie. The problem with the quarterback class this year, it's like sensory deprivation. It's so many guys that in this draft that you can wrap your mind around and say, man, I can see him being our quarterback.
Yeah.
Even down to Spencer Rattler, all the way up to Drake May and the Caleb Williams of the world. So if you're going to remove the Caleb Williams, Drake May, if they're number 1 and 2, and you're going to put them over here, right? There's 4 other guys that I wouldn't be mad about if they were our quarterback. I wouldn't be mad if J.J. McCarthy wound up our quarterback. The only problem with J.J. McCarthy is the sample size and the fact that he doesn't have a lot of throws. There are games where, they won the game and he didn't throw the ball until like the 3rd quarter, or he threw the ball 30 times and only had 100 and something yards passing and shit like that. There's certain things about McCarthy that I don't like. There's certain things about Michael Penix that I love because he lit it up, and you know what I mean? He looks the part, he throws the areas, he's throwing guys open. But if I'm being honest, bro, I think Jaden Daniels, because my guy put me in the right direction. I watched some more on Jaden Daniels because I didn't like his release and everything, and I started looking at some of the throws he was making. Mm-hmm. He can make all the throws. He can make all the throws, bro.
Hey, real quick, I like what Quad. We got our brother backstage. I'm gonna bring him in a second. I like what Quad just said. Muhammad Kamara, real late, sneaky good. This is a Newark boy. This he's from your hood, bro. He's from Newark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Played at Colorado State, I believe.
Yeah.
This is a guy that had massive production in college, right? I know smaller school, blah, blah, blah. But dog, last year, 13 sacks, a pass defense, 2 forced fumbles, fumble recovery, 56 total tackles, 27 assists, 29 solo in 12 games. 12 games, he had 13 sacks. And this is a guy you could potentially add to your defensive line. I wouldn't be against this at all, to be real with you. And I'm starting to hear his name a lot more, a lot more. So it'd be interesting to see if we took a flyer on a small school lineman again, like we did with Max.
Yeah, he was, a kid that when he was at Central High School in Newark, I heard a lot about him. You know what I'm saying? That kid is a beast.
Yeah.
Look, and I didn't think that he was gonna make it to this level, but he has, man, and it's great to see, man. Yeah. It's great to see, man. I'm rooting for him, bro. Definitely am.
Salute real quick, man. The chopper real fast. I hate to say it, but Rattler might go second round. I said this in that Senior Bowl performance. Remember, this guy was supposed to be the number 1 QB last year. And a lot of people are afraid because of his production. I think he had like 19 touchdowns and like 8 picks this last season. But if you go back and look at that, what was it, 2019, 2020 year where he had a phenomenal season, I see him translating at the NFL level. I definitely see him rising up boards. I've said this time after time on these coffee and convos. I can see him going in the second round. Latest, third round. I think Spencer Rattler's out of here. Salute to our brother Hammer in the building, man. What we doing, bro?
Mock draft, but you want to talk about that first 3 rounds that we talked about, the NFL.com did?
We're going to do that tomorrow on the Graphk and Hammer show. Let's do a first round mock draft for us 3. I got about 40 minutes, 45 minutes before I got to go get the boys. So let's do this, you guys. We have Shieldmore in the building. We're going to do a first round complete mock draft with each team, okay, with trades. But we're only going to, if we want to trade, it's up to us. Let's just say that. It's only us, no other teams, just us. So, Hammer, bring it up, man. Let's get to rocking on this mock draft.
Pause.
Hey, yo. All right, boom. I love it. We're using the what is this, PFF?
Yep.
Okay, so right here, you guys, we're going to draft for every team in the first round. Okay, we're going to also look at the needs. Look at the needs. We're gonna make sure that each player fits that specific team. Okay, so and salute to East Coast Gridiron. It's time to grade this. Let me get my notepad out. I love it. Salute to my guy. He's a huge draft guy, so I love it. All right, let's get it rocking, man. I think we're gonna go Hammer first, Waste a second. I'll go third. And what we're gonna do is we'll just keep that momentum going, throughout the first round. Go ahead. Chicago's on the clock, bro. How do you? And we're picking them. So you got that set up?
I'm convinced right now. We can start the draft. I'm convinced right now that I listened to you guys talk before in regards to playing in Chicago, quarterback in Chicago that has not thrown for 4,000 yards.
Yeah. Wasted with a haymaker.
Caleb Williams definitely ain't that guy. And we've heard the reports out there that Caleb Williams is probably a better fit now that Cliff Kingsbury is in Washington.
Do they swap?
Bro, I've been saying that for months. They
never said that shit once. You gonna swap?
Yo, no this F and disrespect here. The F is wrong with you. I've been saying that shit. You've been saying it too. They are going to swap. Fucking Washington and Chicago. They're going to swap, bro. Chicago's going to control this draft, bro.
I don't think a trade is necessarily going to happen with this, especially the more and more we hear these talks as we get closer and closer to the draft. With the first overall pick in the 2024 NFL
draft, Drake May.
The Chicago Bears select Drake May.
Yeah, I mean, bro, they probably could because that's what I was alluding to earlier. The big, strong quarterback that can withstand them Chicago wins. Yep. Bro, it's look, man, you gotta have a strong arm to cut through that wind out there, brother, if they're gonna make this pick. And the reason why I go back and forth with
I think they trade though, because I think Chicago's they need the draft capital. They just freed up like $30 million releasing 2 veterans. I think that they would want some draft capital there though.
Yeah, this is the reason why Chicago will want to trade, right? Because they understand the value of the number 1 pick. They understand that if they don't want Caleb Williams, they can go down and get the guy they want and pick up something along with him, as opposed to just standing pat and taking and letting everybody have Caleb Williams for free.
Well, either way, even if you have them ending up with Drake May, 1 or 2, we got him there anyway. So with the number 1 pick, Chicago takes Drake May. If they trade back to 2 and still take him and pick up additional draft capital, either way, he ends up in Chicago. Wait, so
we're doing this the whole draft shit.
This is gonna be quick though. This is pretty easy right here, Wasted, right?
God, Caleb Williams.
I mean, that's pretty easy.
You get to pick the Raiders, you douchebag.
How do you
You gonna make a trade? You gonna make a trade?
Hold on, John. I'm gonna read that and say, why you assume that?
Because you're gonna make a trade and the Raiders are gonna trade up, right? Are we doing that? No trades?
The 3rd pick, the New England Patriots select
Barbara Harrison Jr.
They trade with our Las Vegas Raiders.
I knew it.
Can we trade?
Go ahead. Go. Let's see what we can do with this trade.
Can we trade?
Oh shit, we can't.
We can't. Well, wait. Yes, we can. All right, let's do it. What do you want to trade?
You get up our first.
You want to do what I've been doing?
What were you doing?
This year's first, this year's third, next year's first, second, fifth.
Go with our first and second this year. Give them our 3rd and our 5th next year.
See if this works. This will be the first time I'm doing this one.
Oh, wait. I'm tripping because you got to give them another first.
Yeah.
So give them next year and take that. Yeah, keep it like that. Go ahead. Boom.
Oh,
We got our guy.
okay.
Hey. We got him. We got him. With the 3rd pick, our Las Vegas Raiders select LSU Heisman Trophy winner.
Hold on.
AP
Hold
gets
on.
his guy.
Why can't I get there? It's not letting me go there. Hold on.
Salute to my brother John on the $10 donation.
Yeah, that's a fact too. You never know. But
Yeah.
there have been other great quarterbacks that everybody had written on them from day one, like Peyton Manning. So
Yo, this shit is not letting me fucking continue.
I think that was a good draft right there, man.
Hey, look, I'm done with it now. We got Jaden Daniels.
It completely froze. What the fuck?
Did it freeze up?
Yeah.
He said, y'all not being realistic, man. Come on, Bobby Washington, man. Why we not being realistic? Why we not being realistic?
Popping between sales calls and paying my tithes. Salute to Darth Vader in the building.
Not letting me do this shit. Close this shit.
Bobby, I can hear Bobby Washington now. I never met the man, but I can hear him. He said, "Yeah, motherfuckers ain't being realistic. Ain't gonna happen, man."
Hey, that shit's funny, bro. He said, "Hold on, there was something I see right now. Hold on, that shit's hilarious."
Hammer computer ain't leather.
Yeah.
He said that shit.
That shit ain't leather.
Yeah, it's not even letting. Like, I'm trying to go back into it, and it's not letting me do it right now.
S-Dot, what you mean, bro? Why am I fired as the general manager? What you mean? I broke the internet, Dan. I'm telling you, bro. Hey, we did what we had to do when we had to do it.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, bro. If that happens in real life, I'm happy we went up and got a young quarterback. My guy T's are the place to be, man. Get off my lawn, general.
The league rejected the trade.
Hold on.
All right, let's get it rocking. We're going to have to push through, though. I got to get the hell out of here in a minute.
Yeah, Lester Cotton at
Lester Cotton.
Lester Cotton. Somebody said we're going to get.
He used to go get that Alex Leatherwood.
What did you offer for that trade?
First and second this year.
Uh-huh.
And then a first, third, and fifth the following year.
Of course, now it doesn't want to take it. Fucking
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what shit is, Leather? Imagine, bro. Imagine we go out there, we do our Dougie, and go and make a trade to bring Alex High Stake Leatherwood. The shit would be leather at that point.
That shit ain't Leatherwood, man.
That's bruh. You imagine you bring Alex Leatherwood in? I mean,
add just do 1, 2, and 3 next year. Just whatever.
too late.
give him everything.
All right, cool. So, all right, on the clock, I think this is pretty easy, Hammer. Where are we going right here with Arizona?
Harrison Jr.
He said, Don, he said, even in mock drafts, the NFL is trying to fuck the Raiders. Salute to the 1,100 people in the building. Where we going right here? Wait, this is where the draft really starts to get interesting here with the chart.
Nah, Joe, you know what? You know what? Go to is Ola whatever the fuck for Penn State. That's
they don't take Rome here or Malik Neighbors.
Nah, they need a lineman. Bad.
Yeah, Fashanu, the tackle from Penn State. He's up there.
Yeah, take Fashanu.
All right.
Wow.
The Giants are taking offensive line. That line is terrible.
It's Joe Alt right here.
Vanilla Vic.
Yeah, Joe Alt.
You have the Giants taking Joe Alt.
Mm-hmm. But it could get interesting. They may take a receiver.
Oh, I was doing that for the Giants, man. I didn't even see I was picking for the Chargers, man. My bad.
I think the Giants are going to try to get a quarterback. That's another reason why we need.
I think the Chargers take a receiver. They may take Bowers there.
I didn't mean. I thought I was drafted for the New York Giants. My bad, yo.
Oh,
yeah, I see Bowers. I definitely see Bowers ending up in LA. We have
Bowers said he'd like to be in Tennessee. I don't know if you've seen that the other day. He said he'd like to stay close to home.
Yeah,
the Georgia-Tennessee connection. I can definitely see Tennessee giving Will Levis or you know what I mean, one of those young quarterbacks down there, a tight end, man, a security blanket.
Right, so we'll go with Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
All right, Atlanta's on the board. I think we all know where they're gonna go right here, right?
That's the thing. Oh my God, Morris just said it today that pretty much like the quarterback is on the table.
Yeah.
So
they could trade for Justin Fields here. You never know.
Right. So what do you think they're going to do here?
I think they go quarterback. They already have a bunch of weapons on the offensive side of the football. They got Kyle Pitts. They got, huh?
You think they're going to take Bo?
They got Drake London. Ooh. And you know what's funny, man? I think they would take Penix here.
Man, let me tell you, man. I think the town of Atlanta needs their fill of Penix, man. To be honest with you, man. Let me tell you something. If I was drafting for Atlanta, I'd take Joe Milton third, man. Let me tell you something, man. That arm, Joe Milton.
Joe Milton is going undrafted.
Joe Milton. Let me tell you something, Hammer. Joe Milton is the best quarterback I've seen. Probably Derek Carr, man.
Gru, remember this? They just hired Raheem Morris, a defensive-minded head coach.
Right.
So maybe they do go edge rusher here. I could definitely see them taking a Dallas Turner out of Alabama. Right? They can go potentially a different way. They can go continue to build that defense up.
Hey man, I'm on the same sheet of music as you, Graphk, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Well, you got a head coach named Raheem. It's a guy that wants to kick some ass. Tell you something right there, man. I haven't met a Raheem that doesn't want to whip a little ass, man.
Gru, who are you really taking right here in Atlanta?
So I'm the guy that's got to draft. Hey, my buddy Bro Schmo is in a place to be, man.
Big sexy Byron Murphy to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, man. If he can play ball, he can be here with us, man.
I've seen a few mock drafts. Us taking him at 13.
Bro Schmo, if you didn't know so, my guy. Bro Schmo's going to come on with us. Bro Schmo, man, this is a standing opportunity, man. Come on with Shieldmore guys, man. We'll do a little draft coverage, man. What do you think, Bro Schmo?
We got to do our annual show with our brother Bro Schmo. Appreciate that.
That's right, man. Bro Schmo, if you didn't know so. And guys, go hit that subscribe on his channel. Hey, Graphk, man, I'm doing Gruden right now, man. So I'm not really in the best position to draft. Could you take this?
Give me Wasted talent, man. I need to talk to Wasted.
I think Wasted left the building, man.
All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Atlanta draft pick right here. Go to quarterbacks real quick.
Thank you, man. Storm Duck.
Yo, you know what, man? I just can they? I don't see Penix going this early, man. I don't.
No, hell no. Penix is going to be. There's a good chance that Penix is going to be drafted. Like,
there's a chance there's going to be some Penix running around Atlanta, man.
I can't with you.
Take Bo Nix, man.
Take Bo Nix. All right.
Bo Nix, man.
This is easy. I think that they're probably going to get some offensive line with the new quarterback, but they may take a receiver though. Nah, they got DJ Moore. They got commit. Darnell Mooney is a free agent, so they could go receiver here. But they have a defensive minded head coach. You know, Cooper DeJean is there. Newton is still on the board. Illinois boy, I can see them get a defensive tackle to help Montez Sweat with that pass rush on the D line. Go to tackles real quick though. I think they're going to try and help out their rookie quarterback.
Hey man, I don't know much about Cooper Dijon, man, but his last name sounds fucking delicious.
Right off the board.
Hey man, I just said something to you guys, man. You guys didn't pay attention to me, man. I'm telling you, Cooper Dijon, man. I don't know much about his game, but his last name is fucking delicious. Dijon.
Hey, I think it's easy right here. Minnesota takes JJ McCarthy.
Wait, what?
Yep, they take McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy.
They're taking McCarthy, bro. If he's available right here at 11, they're taking McCarthy.
Wow. They need an offensive line more than anything else, but
man, yeah, man. I don't agree, man. I think they're going to bring Kirk Cousins back, man.
Bro, I see them taking
Kirk Cousins, man.
Hold on, guys. We are at the Jets right now, not the Vikings.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh yeah, you got an offensive lineman, man.
Back to the line. Yeah.
Hey man, we got to protect Aaron Rodgers, man.
We're all over the place. Yeah, get Latham. It might be Guyton, but I think Latham's off the board right here.
Yeah, J.C. Latham, man, he's a big, strong kid, Alabama guy. You know how much I love those Alabama guys, man. I be honest with you, man. You got to take Latham, man.
Look, bro, I'm telling you, I see a quarterback. I see them taking a quarterback. They're going to have to pay Justin Jefferson a shit ton of money. He's already saying he wants an astronomical contract, but he wants to see what they're going to do at the quarterback position. They just drafted a young kid out of BYU. I don't know if Kirk Cousins with that Achilles injury, if they really want to bring him back, he may potentially go to Atlanta.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. When you talk about Michael Penix, this would be the place where you take a Michael Penix Jr., man.
Hold on. Did you see Cousins at the honors? Did you see all the little dancing around and shit that he was doing? I don't think that dude is that fucking hurt.
Bro, that's not football.
No, listen.
Hammer, let me tell you something, man.
Here we go.
Let me tell you something, Hammer. Dancing in your seat at an award show is totally different than having a 350 pound
he wasn't
lineman going for your legs, man.
First
Michael Penix, like your life depended on it, man.
He wasn't in his seat, but at the same time, I don't see Minnesota going for a quarterback right now. Minnesota's going to go for a quarterback in the second round.
Bro.
Hey, you know what I see? I see that you're wrong. And I see that Michael Penix will wind up on the Minnesota Vikings, man. He'll be the new Dante Culpepper, but he'll be a lot smaller and left-handed.
Okay, so look, wasted once Penix there.
Penix.
Pause.
Wait a minute. Wasted doesn't want Penix.
Oh,
at all.
John Gruden.
Gruden wants Penix, man. I always draft quarterbacks.
I don't have them taking him at all, but the next pick, Denver takes JJ McCarthy.
I tell you who doesn't take JJ McCarthy, the Raiders. Because we got our guy already, man.
That's an easy call. Denver needs a quarterback. JJ McCarthy's right there. New England's on the board. They need a receiver now. They got they traded back, right?
Yeah.
With us. So man, do they take Malik Neighbors here?
Yeah. Rome? Won't you be my neighbor, man?
You know what? I'd send Rome there. I think they take Rome.
I think Malik Neighbors is the more. He's the better product. I mean, Romadesi's good too.
Rome is a dog, bro.
They're both really, really good, man. But you know, it's LSU receivers, man. They've been pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's true. Just give Neighbors. It's cool. Even though I think Rome is going to be a superstar. New Orleans, they need some O-line help. They Michael Thomas looks like he's on his way out of there. They may need another receiver. They need some O-line. They got to protect DC. He was damaged goods last year. I'd go probably Tyler Guyton here at tackle.
Ooh.
Maybe Patrick Paul down in Houston. Maybe they take a fly.
Mims just because he's kind of closer to home, but I like where you're going with Guyton.
Yeah, I think they go Tyler Guyton right here, Oklahoma.
All right, so
Aramis Mims.
We got the Colts. They need
Pittman's gone.
Pittman's a free agent. I think another one of the receivers is a free agent as well.
Yeah, I think Dunze is probably going to be the best fit for.
Give Rome with Anthony Richardson. That is a mean 1-2 punch right there.
Two physical jokers too, man.
Run it.
Seahawks guard, center, edge. I think this is where
they're picking up that option, right? They're picking up that $12 million on Geno, so he'll be there.
I think this is where Jackson Powers Johnson.
Yep. Damn, that's a really good one right there, bro. Yep. And he stays in the Northwest.
Yep.
Jaguars. They may need an edge rusher here because Josh Allen might be out of there. Is this where Dallas Turner finally is off the board?
You said edge, right?
Go to edge.
Mm.
Verse, Florida boy, Latu.
Mm.
You know what? Send Verse. I think Verse goes to Jacksonville, man. They need another edge rusher.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's an in-state guy. That's a guy they probably been scouting. You know, Jacksonville definitely does, and we don't know if they're gonna with Josh Allen if he's gonna return too. So they're definitely gonna need some pass rush.
Cincinnati can get a receiver here if they don't franchise tag T. Higgins, which it sounds like they may.
No, they definitely are. They're gonna run it back with Joe Burrow. I think they need
a tackle though, right?
They need a tackle back.
Tackle. They need interior defensive line. They need a tight end.
Go to tackle.
They're going to be perfect. They're going to be protecting that investment in Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's been hurt too much. You got to protect him right here. This is where Mims is off the board. Boom, and this is easy. You got Aaron Donald's replacement right there with Jazir Newton. Me personally, I think that's kind of easy, right? I mean, they already drafted a quarterback in the 4th round out of Georgia last year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that they're not going to go the quarterback wave. So. Let me see. Right now, Pittsburgh, they got to go O-line. They just got rid of.
They're going to go Zach Frazier.
Think so?
Yeah. They need a center too. Like they're going to need all the. That's their main offensive line help that they need, and they're going to need a linebacker. And
I can see them getting an edge rusher too, but they need some O-line to help protect whoever the hell's going to be the quarterback there. So I hear you. I think Zach Frazier
is their quarterback right now.
It's going to be Pickett probably. I mean, and the Mitchell Trubisky's out. He left.
About that kid,
Mr. Biscuit.
So. Okay, the Philly's here. Oh, no, Miami's here. They need another corner because it looks as though they may move on from Xavier Howard.
They need a right guard as well because Hunt is going out on free agency.
But maybe they keep him. You never know. I mean, me personally, I would assume shit. Yeah, look, I would go corner here, bro. But you go ahead, Hammer. I'm over here just making all the picks and shit.
Yeah. Oh, man, we have an angry chat today. Got people talking about doing mock drafts 40 years ago. I used to do mock drafts eating my shredded wheat over the light of a fire, drinking Ovaltine, listening to Little Orphan Annie.
Look, Cooper DeJean's right there, bro. Like he's the best player available right now. You don't think that they go get a corner or Wiggins? Like, oh, they needed an edge rusher too, though.
Did they?
Yeah, bro. They can get that in the 2nd round. They need an edge rusher. Philly.
Look, I'm like looking at what it's showing as their needs right now. They need a lot more because Christian Wilkins is going to be gone. Hunt is going to be gone. You just talked about Howard. He's going to be gone. How long was Jalen Ramsey's contract with Miami?
He has a couple more years. They need a corner though. They need a corner.
A lot, yeah.
And right here, I think Philly goes Terry and Arnold. To me, he's the best corner left on the board. And they like their Georgia boys. They like their Alabama boys. I think Philly goes Terry and Arnold right here, the best corner left.
Keep building them up. We're gonna have the new.
Even though Quinyon Mitchell could have been the pick. Could have been the pick. Or Broshmo says Armstead might retire too.
Teron Armstead?
Yeah. So they need a receiver, tight end, defensive line, and a linebacker.
Oh, for Houston.
Go to best available real quick, bro. So they need a linebacker, they need defensive lineman. Man, Latu is there, still at the edge rusher position. Go down, bro.
I mean, look, Latu's there. You take him. If D'Amico Ryans being the defensive head coach he is,
I can see the potential to find a receiver right here too, wasted for CJ Stroud. Give him another weapon. What if they take Brian Thomas out of LSU, or they take Troy Franklin out of Oregon?
Right. I can see that too.
Let's go Brian Thomas.
Okay, go ahead. LSU boy.
Dallas.
They may go
running back. This is going to be the very first running back off the board. It's going to be Jonathan Brooks. I've said it before that if it's not Jonathan Brooks, that Saquon Barkley will not go back to the Giants and may end up going to Dallas.
I can see that. They need a running back. That was Achilles' heel of that offense last year.
I'm going with Jonathan Brooks here. Like, granted, he probably won't be available until like the middle of the season. He tore his ACL towards the end of this past season, but I think this is going to be the move for them.
Okay, I would have went corner, but they need a running back. So I think they can get a running back in the later rounds, though. But let's see. We got Green Bay on the board right now. They need a tackle. They can use a safety here. Some defensive line help. This gets a little tricky here. Go down a little bit. Let's see.
I think they're gonna go with Byron Murphy here.
They can go Jordan Morgan as well. Like they need a tackle.
Yep.
Yeah, Murphy. That sounds like a Green Bay pick, bro.
I think it's gonna be Murphy.
So back-to-back Texas.
Byron Murphy, man. So you have them and Rashawn Gary and all those guys up there, man.
They need a running back bad. Tampa had no run game.
Bro, I don't see two running backs
No,
going.
I don't. But I'm just saying it out loud, bro. Like they struggled running the football last year. They could use a guard. They need a lot of help on that O-line.
Yeah, they do.
But they also need an edge rusher, and this may be where Latu finally goes off the board, or Turner. I think they would take Dallas Turner here. Me personally, what do y'all think?
I think they would take Latu.
Yeah,
Latu then.
The thing about Latu is that now we're going off the Senior Bowl, right? Now we might be overreacting, but the thing about Latu was he left football because he had a medical issue.
Yeah,
and he came back, and that's going to be the issue. Whether teams are going to be able to get rid of that medical issue that made him leave football for a year or two. Yeah. And now he's back, and he's because he wasn't medically cleared. He couldn't play college football. And now he's back. That can work one of two ways. If their doctors feel like they're ready in their infinite wisdom. So I'm going to be – because I tuned out on this mock draft. I'm not going to lie, right?
Offensive line, Hammer.
Really?
Dallas Turner probably would have been that pick over Latu because he's cleaner, medically.
Bro, they got offense. Bro, they got Kyler Murray. They got to protect him. They just got Marvin Harrison Jr. They need somebody to protect his blind side. I don't know who's the tackle right there out there in Arizona. Me personally, I think this is where Jordan Morgan gets off the board right here.
Arizona's going.
In-state guy got to protect Kyler Murray. Got to do it.
Buffalo. Gabe Davis is going to be gone.
Yep,
Diggs is up in the air right now.
Trey Franklin. I can see them taking him. Gabe Davis he's going to cost a lot of money, and they need to build that defense back up. They had a lot of injuries on that side of the football. I can see them getting Trey Franklin and just letting Gabe Davis walk in free agency.
They need an offensive lineman as well.
Detroit had actually a fairly actually pretty good O-line last year. I think they go corner here, bro. Or they get some D-line help.
You know what? Nate Wiggins is still on the board, which is a shock because I think he would go a hell of a lot earlier.
I don't think me personally, and I could be wrong. Local boy, 45 minutes out. I think they go Quinyon Mitchell right here. He has that Dan Campbell rough and tough written all over him, bro. Me personally, but look, you guys, what do you think? Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Maybe they take Wiggins. I mean, who do you got? Wasted.
I would say Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins is a guy that a lot of people have rated over Kool-Aid McKinstry, right? And that's a need. He's still on the board. You got to go Nate Wiggins.
Okay. I got Quinyon Mitchell there, but it is what it is.
So
out of Toledo, he's a guy. But see, Graphk, that's the thing. Quinyon Mitchell is a guy that now everybody's starting to talk about. But when we get into, everything, we start getting this pro days, tape, all of that stuff. Mitchell coming out of Toledo is a guy that, you know what I'm saying, you got to look at that with a jaundiced eye. You got a guy that's playing in the ACC against the top, the top of the top all his whole college career. So I think that's why Wiggins is going to go a little higher.
Hey, Hammer right here. I could see Dallas Turner finally off the board. Clowney's a free agent. They can use some edge rusher help. I think they bring back Justin in the middle of that defensive line.
He's going to be tagged.
I do. I think they're going to tag him. So I think they can use an edge rusher right there. The Niners, they need some O-line help. They do need another corner. I think this is where Kool-Aid McKinstry may be off the board.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy too, man, because the Niners are imploding right now.
Yeah.
They fired Steve Brooks. They made him a fucking scapegoat. I think that was the weakest shit ever, man.
And this is where our guy, my bad, wasted. This is where our guy is gone. This is where our brother Paul's client goes. He still stays in the first round. He's going to blow up the combine in a few weeks. I have Keon Coleman out of Florida State going to the Kansas City Chiefs, and me talking shit to Paul all year long.
So there you have it, guys. Here's the mock for every team.
Yeah. So, And there's still some great talent left on the board. But look, there was Quinyon Mitchell still there. There was so much talent. Like, man. Let me see. Graphk drafts off field. Pause. Hey, man, look, to be real with you, I don't give a shit about none of these teams. So I don't really care who they draft. I could be giving them 7-round picks in the first round. I really don't give a shit. But I think that Kansas City needs a quarterback. I mean, needs a receiver there, and they go take a receiver.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. I mean, bro, I'm responding to the chat real quick. I know this has nothing but we talk about. I don't see how you fire Steve Wilkes after that Super Bowl. Like, how is that his fault? How do you fire that guy? Like, even in Carolina when he got fired, I think that was nasty work.
You know when it happened, right? Did you see when it happened? Apparently, in that last drive in overtime, there was 12 men on the field. Shanahan was pissed, throwing a clipboard. He had to use one of his time to burn one of his timeouts. There was too many men on the field, I believe. I think that's what happened. And at that point, I think he was just like, and they need a scapegoat, bro. They need a scapegoat. You know how?
But like that. But if you look at the whole, because I didn't watch the game. And I saw, bits and pieces because I couldn't watch it. And I had to go back and see what happened and contextualize what happened. They held Patrick Mahomes to one touchdown until overtime. Yeah. How is he the problem? Like, there were a lot of mistakes that were made there. I don't think there needs to be.
Wilkes in, have him be a senior advisor on the defensive side of the football, some type of defensive assistant. Bring him in. Bring another mind in to help mold that defense, bro. You have him, Marvin Lewis, Antonio, Ryan. Bring him in. Bring him in.
And I've seen Steve Wilkes he's kind of gotten fucked in Arizona. Yeah. They draft Josh Rosen. They give him 1 year. He's like 8-8, and they fire him. Then he goes to Carolina, and he takes over as an interim coach. Does well.
Yeah.
And now he gets screwed again. I just think it's terrible what's happening to that guy, man.
You know what's funny, man? They fired him running Shanahan's defense.
Yeah. That's crazy thing. It makes no fucking sense. I'm starting to think that, when it comes down to close games, maybe Shanahan is the new Andy Reid, where Andy Reid earlier in his career would lose big games, right? He lost a lot of games, at home, NFC Championship games, stuff like that, losing Super Bowls, close Super Bowls. Maybe this is Kyle Shanahan is maybe the Cody Rhodes of coaches. His story has not been completed. He's trying to live up to Mike Shanahan.
Whoa!
Yes, sir. He has not lived up to the old man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Salute to everybody here in the building. Still got over 800 people rocking. I appreciate you guys. As always, I'll be back tomorrow. Hammer, you want to get that show rolling?
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
We'll get another show rolling tomorrow. I know Waste is going to be doing one of his solo lives over there. He's been ripping and running, working a lot. So he's just been putting up a lot of shorts and short videos. But our brother be back doing his thing over there at Raider Nation Unlimited as well. But other than that, man, appreciate you guys. I gotta go pick up my sons real quick, man. On the way out, you guys, wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, break them thumbs, hit that subscribe button on all 3 channels. We appreciate you guys as always. And this week, we're supposed to have Jermaine Illuminor yesterday. I don't think all of us realized it was Valentine's Day. And ain't nobody getting killed for doing a live on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so, hell no, bro.
So there's a reason why, but I'm gonna reach out to him today. We'll lock that in for this week sometime. If it's not the next few days, this weekend we'll get it rocking. So once again, man, salute to Zahn on the way out. Gruden said, "F the Shamara." Shamara. What the fuck? Oh, Zahn, what you mean, bro? What you mean? And salute to Primos, man. Content. My God, man. Other than that, we love y'all. As always, we appreciate you guys. We out. One.